When it comes to comic book couples, none are as iconic as Clark Kent and Lois Lane. They've been around for more than 80 years and have clearly cemented themselves as prominent figures in the DC universe. You might not know this, but Lois Lane back in the day was a key part to the success of Action Comics. According to Bradrick of Superboys, The Amazing Adventures of Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, the creators of Superman, her character, in fact, may be the key ingredient to the success of the Superman idea. Though it was essentially the first superhero, sooner or later someone else would have done it. But the added register of that character, having to hide his true identity under a bold lie so as to fool a girl, defined not only the genre, but its readers as well. The Clark-Lois-Superman love triangle made the comic very special. Lois acted really mean toward Clark, in one instance even drugging his drink, but on the other hand, adored Superman. She would get disappointed whenever she was with Clark, just because he's not as manly and cool as Supes. It was kind of funny, and it partly resulted in the comic being a success. But the thing is, it's been decades since this love triangle even existed. Lois and Clark have settled down, and they currently even have a son. Is Lois still integral and important to the character of Superman and adds anything to the title? Or has she become uninteresting over the years and is only in the current comics for the sake of tradition? My name is Joshua C, and this month, September, which is totally my idea, I didn't steal that from NerdSync, I will be talking about Superman. And today I'm going to talk about a character that surrounds Superman. One of the most iconic side characters of all time, Lois Lane, and why I think she is still an integral part of the Superman title, and Superman comics in general. The first reason why I think Lois is important is because, similar to Supes, she kind of acts as a symbol. Many people know her simply as Superman's girlfriend/wife. She is more than that, but I think being Supes' partner alone is very special. Superman is the quintessential superhero. He's the most moral hero in the DC universe and a shining example of humanity, not just to the people of the comics, but to us as well. And out of all the beings on Prime Earth, he falls in love with Lois Lane, a talented journalist/reporter and daughter of a general in the army. And I'd like to think that it wasn't because of her looks, or just because of her looks. Even though she is pretty, and that can definitely be confirmed by John Kent, her own son, because Bendis, and also Greg Rucka. Lois Lane is a woman of truth, justice, and the American way. She stands up for what is right. That's probably a major reason why Superman fell in love with her. We might not really notice it, but the role of being Superman's partner is kind of powerful. In the Killing Joke movie, literally everyone was pissed at the fact that Bruce was with Barbara and had rooftop love and sexual tension for the whole film. It caused a ton of fan outrage, but it also showed how much people cared for the love interest of a fictional character in a universe that wasn't even in the main continuity. Plus, this is an adaptation of an already good story, so you can just read the comics. These comic book characters have power. The power to cause a ton of people to be angry, but also the power to influence the reader. The media we consume influences us, whether we notice it or not. It could affect us either in a positive way or in a negative one. What makes Superman so special in media is that he is inspiring. He's kind, caring, and uses his ultimate power for good. Many people who have read Superman comics have testified that it cheered them up, emotionally helped them, and have learned a lot of lessons from reading his comics. Superman is a beacon of hope, and a shining example of a fictional character who is genuinely good. People take him as a pattern to follow. Superman's role in media is to inspire. In the same way, I think Lois and Clark's relationship is also kind of inspiring. As odd as it sounds, Clark and Lois are a good example for couples to follow. With divorce, marital issues, and breakups being prominent in the world we live in, it's nice to see a couple in media that isn't just keeping their marriage afloat, but have a flourishing relationship and are good parents to their son, John. But when you add Lois and even John to the character of Superman, he doesn't just become an inspirational person. He also becomes an inspirational partner and even a father. When children read Superman comics and see the Kent family, they might just be inspired to have a relationship or family as loving, caring, and righteous as theirs. In the same way that Superman inspires us to be kinder and a better person, Lois can also be a good example of a parent and a partner. I know this point may seem weird, and I've said the word inspire way too many times. I believe it's the weakest out of the three, and that's why it's the first one. But you can't deny that characters in fiction have more impact on the world than you think, especially the partner of the Man of Steel, one of the most iconic characters in pop culture. The next reason why I think Lois is important to the Superman title is because she connects Clark to humanity. In my old and not very good video, Why Superman Needs a Secret Identity, I theorized through Maslow's hierarchy of needs that the reason why Superman needs a secret identity is because he needed love. He was able to gain love through the Daily Planet staff like Jimmy Olsen, Perry White, and most importantly, Lois. He didn't just get the attention he needed, but these bonds also made him feel like he truly belonged. A big aspect of the character of Superman is that he's an alien, yet he tries to be human. And because of his very humble upbringing, he became one of the most humane on Earth. What matters though is that he maintains connection with humanity. Superman is Earth's protector, and if Superman loses close contact with the people of Earth, what more would he be other than a guardian or protector of a random planet in a solar system? He needs to constantly interact with people so that he would understand them and relate to them generation after generation. The Man of Steel is unique in the fact that he doesn't just protect Earth's residents. He also cares and understands them as if he never even came from outer space. This is because he grew up with them and saw how some of them have showed him kindness like no other. Because of his close connection with them, humans have become his people, not in the sense that he's above them, but that he is one of them. He chooses to save human lives because he cares about them and has confidence that if guided well, they could thrive. When Superman fights crime and saves lives, the humans he's saving aren't just worthless and faceless beings to him. And that's all because of Ma and Pa Kent. And now since they're gone, it's Lois, who is his constant reminder that people can be good, that what he's doing is not a waste of time. Superman has recently revealed his secret identity to the world. But even though I have a video talking about why he needs it, I'm surprisingly not outraged by this change. The Clark Kent identity wasn't really utilized by writers a lot anyway. I mean, I can think of one instance in recent years, but that was Mixie's Pitalik's doing. There have been way worse things that have happened to characters in comics. Like that time Spider-Man sold his marriage to the devil, this Superman identity reveal is not as big of a deal compared to the previous examples. And it's okay, because he has Lois. And oh shoot, I just remembered that they got separated. Oh my gosh, can we get an F in the chat, guys, even though I still don't know what that means, but it's everywhere. Anyway, let's just forget that even happened. Because, I mean, they're still in contact, and almost every issue they're still together. Anyway, back to my point. Superman doesn't have the Clark identity anymore, but he can still connect with humanity through Lois Lane. Also, I want to add a little bit of info that I think people overlook when they read superhero comics, and it's that superheroes kind of need to be mentally strong. A reason why I think it's super tough to be a superhero is because every day you get to face the worst of the worst people. If a superhero isn't emotionally strong, he might just give up on the human race because of how terrible their daily encounters are with them. Superheroes need to be close with genuinely good people so that they would see and constantly witness that us Earthlings can, actually be pretty good. For Superman, that person is Lois Lane. Lois Lane is a great journalist, detective, fighter, and influencer. If anyone is going to maintain Clark's connection to humanity and confidence in humanity's goodness, it's her. Anyway, my next and final point on why Lois is an important character is because she reveals the man behind the mask and who he truly is. There's this constant debate among Superman fans on which identity is Kal-El's true identity. I lean more towards Clark Kent as that was his identity growing up, but he has to put a little bit of an act when under both identities. As Clark, he has to feign excuses for his constant absences and act clumsier and less confident than he actually is. As Superman, he has to put a brave face to not scare civilians whenever a humongous threat appears, even if he's not actually sure what the outcome of the situation will be. Through Lois, we can see who he really is and what he's actually feeling. Sure, we can know that through thought bubbles and captions, but it's not as emotional and intimate as when he expresses these feelings outwardly towards someone as important as a partner. Lois is a lens through which we can see Superman under a different light, a more vulnerable, romantic, and true one. Lois is Superman's outlet. Giving him more time with Lois in stories gives Superman more depth. Through their dialogue, we can see that Clark actually has a pretty good sense of humor and that he truly cares for Lois. Their exchanges can lead to really epic moments, not just in the sense that they're entertaining, but that they resonate with you. It leads us to see Superman in an intimate way, away from all the explosions, aliens, and action we're so used to seeing. Lois reveals the man behind the mask, and gives him a kiss on the cheek too. Superman needs Lois, and so do we. Side characters are way more important than we think they are, especially a character as powerful and iconic as Lois Lane. She was integral to the Superman title back then, but even more so now. She acts as an inspirational partner and parent, Supes' connection to humanity, and a lens for which we can see Superman for who he really is. She adds a lot to Superman comics, and I think it's time we appreciate that. Thank you everybody for watching this video, especially you guys who've sticked to the end. Please leave a like if you enjoy this video as it helps me determine which videos are good or not, and since this is only the first video of at least 3 that surrounds the character of Superman this month, I suggest you subscribe and tap the notification bell to get updated for the other videos coming out this month. I think you're either going to love or cringe at my next one. It is something I have never done before, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe and tap the notification bell if you want to see that. My name is Joshua C, and I will see you in the next comic book video.